Hi everybody. So it's been a while since I did an update video, and that's because the shit got interesting in a bad way. I got some good news. The good news is the cancer, I mean, it's still in my spinal fluid. It's still in my central nervous system, but it's contained so far. We found out that the IT chemo, so the chemo that goes into your spinal fluid, was just basically keeping it at bay. Now, when I talked to you guys the last time about this, I was telling you just how it basically wrecked my body. So I lost control. I was losing control of my legs. I lost control, like my left arm. Double vision, bad headaches. Like it was just rough. So basically, from the belly button above, everything improved. I mean, pretty decently. But from the belly button below, it's just like my legs. It got much worse. So they're thinking that the cancer is like sticky rice, and it's stuck to the nerves down there, and it's just causing so much damage. It's frustrating because I can't walk at all. So like I can feel my legs, I can, everything seems normal, but they don't move. Like my brain doesn't give them a signal, like there's a big interruption. So there's something with the motor function nerves down there. So yeah, that was a big hit. I'm still really adjusting to that. Oh, man, it sucks. Because 4 or 5 months ago, I was getting ready for archery season. I was getting ready for hunting season. I was running around doing work. Now I can't walk, like at all. Seriously, I got a wheelchair and everything. Best I can do with a walker is kind of shuffle my feet, and I can't go very far. So that, as you can imagine, that is a huge hit. It's a really big adjustment. I'm still trying to figure this out. And it could be permanent. That's the scary thing. So right now, I'm fighting for the use of my legs, try to get it back. And we don't even know if that's going to happen. So I am kind of upset. Yeah. I mean, it's going to be a major adjustment. It's not going to be the end of the world, but I was an active guy, and I like, to try to work hard and go places and do things, and it's not that I can't do that anymore, it's just not going to be the same. So it's just it's a pretty heavy hit. And like I said, I'm adjusting, but not that well, I guess. I don't know. I'm just kind of really pissed off. As I should be, I guess. But yeah, I'll figure it out. So what they're doing for me now is I started radiation on my lower half of my spinal cord. So they're basically radiating my nerves down there, and that sucks. I mean, if I told you they were going to do radiation on your nerves, it sounds exactly as shitty as it actually is. It's not pleasant. You get some really funky stuff going on, but I notice a very small improvement. So far I'm 3 treatments into it out of 9, straight. And so far I noticed I gained maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks. It's still too early to tell, but I kind of gained back to where I was a couple weeks ago before it really, degraded to the point where there was no use. So I can use them now a little bit. I can move them. It's just really weak. It's such an odd sensation. They do get the signal, but they just don't have there's no power behind them whatsoever, enough power to even move them. So it's a really odd thing. I'm very fortunate to have a neurologist as a sister that can actually explain to me the mechanics and the reality of it, and she has done a fantastic job at doing that. But it, basically it's not looking great. They don't know, like the radiation treatment down there is kind of like an experiment at the moment, because they don't know if I'll respond enough. They're just trying to stop it from causing, complete, just irreparable damage. So it's kind of like a little trial and error kind of thing going on right now to see how it responds to radiation, and if we're going to keep doing that. So the hope is to gain control back of that part of my legs, and obviously inevitably wipe the cancer out of that area. The reality of it is they have no idea if I'll get anything back. Like the way I am now could be it forever. Like your nervous system's like a really finicky thing, and I'm learning this as I go, and from what I've been learning, it's nobody can tell me. Like they just have no idea. So that's a little scary. It's a little shitty. But I mean, what isn't when you're doing this kind of stuff? So that's pretty much where I'm at. I know it's not great news. I mean, the good news is it's stuck. It's not going to my brain or something like that, because that's pretty much, game over. The bad news is going through some shitty stuff, and I can't walk. So it's been a huge adjustment. So fast too. I'm still trying to get my head wrapped around it, but I guess in time, I'm just trying to stay hopeful to see if I can get something back at least. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna come, down the pipe here, because nobody can really tell you. It's just something I gotta go through and see. So that kind of sucks. And like I said, I'm adjusting to it. I don't know if I'm adjusting well to it, but I'm adjusting nonetheless. I'm learning how to move around, and once I master that, really, in the meantime, while I'm still doing treatments, hopefully I get some things back. But I mean, either way, even if I do get a lot back, like my muscles and everything are so deteriorated at this point from not being used for like 2 months, that it's going to take mountains of physical therapy, and it's going to be a lot of work to get something back. So it's not like it's just going to happen and overnight, and I'm just going to be walking around in like 3 weeks. It's not a reality. It's going to take a lot to do that. But hey, I'll figure out something. Other than that, I'm holding the line, just trying to keep everything together and not lose any ground in the fight. So it's unique. So I'm still ramping up chemotherapy on the other parts of my body, because we just can't ignore that, because it'll do what nature intends it to do and spread, and I'll be in a pickle there too. So we're treating that side and then doing radiation on my spinal cord, the lower half. Thank goodness, because they're going to do the whole thing. And the plan was to radiate. The original plan was to radiate my entire central nervous system. So basically from my brain to my butthole, my whole back, the whole major, my spinal fluid area and spinal cord area. Once that happens, you're never the same again. I mean, you're talking radiation on the brain. I mean, you're talking like memory loss, possible personality changes and trait changes, and get like cataracts within a year. And I mean, it just, the list continues. And then as you go down through the spine, you just ramp up the list of complications left and right. And I mean, as you can imagine, why wouldn't you? But keep seeing that it's staying below the belt and not really going anywhere. That was kind of like some good news in my opinion, because they when they adjusted, they're just going to radiate that portion and just try to get that back. So if it's contained, then we can nuke it, and that's what we're doing. It's kind of risky and dangerous, but I don't really have a choice, so we're going to let it fly, see what happens. But that's pretty much where I'm at. I haven't done any videos because, like, as you can imagine, this moves fast, and not being able to walk and everything, and just trying to wrap my head around the situation and get a plan and keep myself on an even keel so that I can adapt and overcome the challenges facing me. It's been a full-time job, so I guess I got my head wrapped around it enough that I could make a video and tell everyone. I don't really know what to say. This just really sucks. So I'm working through it, and if I can overcome this one with a lot of luck and a lot of prayers, boy, this could be one for the record books, because I never took a hit like this. In 10 years of fighting cancer, I have never taken a hit like this. It shook me, which is pretty tough to do, but I'll figure it out somehow. I think it's just going to take some time, and there's still a lot of questions, so it's one of those things where I'm just dealing with it, what I got right now, making the best out of it, cracking jokes. Yeah, I can do wheelies on a wheelchair. I don't recommend it. Got a little sketchy there, but I can do some wheelies in a wheelchair. Yeah, it's doable. My wife, I was going to go to the attached garage, and there's a ramp there. And this is kind of a funny story, but I thought my wife had me. I was sitting in a wheelchair. I thought she had a hold of me, and she asked me, she's like, "Oh, okay, you're going to, how we want to do this?" And I said, "I don't know. I think this is going to be interesting." I didn't say it. I said, "I'm interested to see how this plays out." And as soon as that left my mouth, I realized that I was going down the ramp, and my wife didn't have control of my wheelchair. She wasn't there. It just happened. And I went flying uncontrollably down a ramp in a wheelchair, and like I took out like all of our garlic and some knick-knack stands, and she was laughing so hard. And it was actually really funny, because it was just, I'll figure out how to make a wheelchair dangerous, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, so we're dealing with it. We try to make it fun, and it's just it's really hard on everybody. So it's like a big adjustment, but we'll get her done. So yeah, like I said, I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful to see how the radiation, works down there. I'm interested to see what I get back, if anything, but I think I'll get something back, and if I can get a little bit back to work with, I think would really improve, my attitude and everything. And then I'll just get to work and start building on that. So that would be really nice to kind of focus on that, instead of, right now figuring out what I've lost, because that's just a bad place to be mentally. So I'm kind of really banking on gaining something and then just running with it. That'll help me, stay mentally positive. So that's kind of it. I am adjusting. Good news is, this is the time of the year where it's kind of all right to be inside, so that's good news. Bad news is I'm typically outside right now because it's hunting season. I ain't gonna be doing that this year. This is the first year Many years I didn't even buy a freaking hunting license. It's weird. 2020 sucked. It's official. I know everybody heard about that, and you're all probably saying it, but I can't wait until December and January and then get the hell out of this shitty year. It's such a shitty year. It sucks so bad for everybody. So that's it. That's all I got for everybody. I'll let you know as soon as I know something. I hope I improve here and make another video with some good news, because that would be really cool. So, all right. Enjoy your weekend. Have fun. Be safe. All that other stuff. Catch y'all later. Howdy, folks. So, I'm doing a little quick video, just on a little update. I didn't forget about everybody. Nothing's changed. Pretty much still hammering through some treatments here. I think I am 3 treatments down on radiation on the lower half of my spinal cord. It's about as unpleasant as you think it possibly could be. Trust me, it is. It does not disappoint in that area. Too early to tell if anything's really doing anything. I think it is, but it's very little. But it's still really early yet, so we'll see how that goes. Just trying to stay positive and hope that this works. Still trying to figure out how I'm gonna do things. There's 2 bugaboos in my life, regardless of whether I'm in a wheelchair or whatever for the remainder of my years on this planet. But there's 2 things that I know that I'm gonna pursue and figure out how to do, and that's hunt and fish. That's my things. So I'm gonna figure out how to get in a boat with a wheelchair if I have to, or I'll build something to get me in there. But I'm gonna start planning on that. That's worst case scenario, but it's also a reality. So I figured, well, the faster I get a jump on it, plus it'll keep me busy, probably the better plan I'll have. So I'm taking it in stride, doing the best I can. I'm really hoping that I do get something, back with the radiation. I do get the control of my legs back. It's really odd with the whole leg thing, because I feel everything and I can move everything. It's just there's like no power at all. So that's the only aspect of using my legs that it just totally disrupted. It's really goofy, because you think that it would just be like, total destruction, and that when I say my legs aren't working per se, that would be like a giant bag of issues, but it's not. So it's really weird. The science behind it is mind-boggling, and I kind of think it's kind of cool, even though it really sucks. But there's like a really neat aspect to it, just in the body mechanics portion. So we're going after it. We're going after it pretty good, and I'm just staying positive that hopefully I can get some power back in my legs, and I could walk under my own power again someday. That would be really neat. That'd be a huge milestone that I set, and if I meet it, wow, that'd be cool. That would be really cool. But that's what I'm aiming for. Other than that, there's really nothing to report to everyone. I'm still trying to figure this out, and we have to wait until pretty much the end of the treatments and to actually have a direction to go. So this is just like a test thing. See what it responds, see how it responds, and then either drive forward with that because we got a good response, or switch it up and try something different. So that's basically what we're doing. So it's a waiting game, which is terrible, but it is what it is. So I won't really know anything until I'm at the end of this experiment. As for the rest of me, I'm going to start taking that horrible drug again. So I got the one drug ramped up to the point where I'm gonna throw the big hammer on to treat the rest of my body, because that's getting a little out of control. So we're going to add that on top of doing the radiation. So this is going to get a little interesting. Probably at first it's going to be really tough, because I got to see how everything's going to interact with what's going on. It'll seem a little overwhelming at first, but typically a few days into it, basically after, I'm going to say like after the first week of trying it, I'll have a good idea of what to expect and how to navigate doing that. So it's just that first week sucks so bad, because you don't even know what is going to happen. It's kind of like being on pins and needles. But I'm going to start that here very soon. So that's going to add a whole nother level of complexity to something that's already ridiculous. But it's doable. So we're gonna try it. We're gonna hit it, and hopefully we get good results again with that drug combination. And that's pretty much it. Just trying to stay busy, keep my mind going in a positive direction, which is challenging most of the times, because I mean, you know, human nature, you want to focus on, you know, worst case scenario all the time. So it's hard to beat your head in a different direction when that's where it wants to go. So that's a big challenge, but so far I'm being successful at doing it. And that's pretty it. That's about it. I don't fully understand what's going on to be able to speak intelligently to all you about what's going on. This is new to me. This is a whole new different technique of fighting this than what I have done in the previous 10 years, with whole different risks, and it's intense. It is, and it sucks. It takes a lot of energy and ninja focus to keep your head in a good place and, you know, stay positive, and that pretty much wears you down. But it can be done, and it will be done. So that's pretty much what I'm focusing on. Other than that, weather outside's been horrible. Rainy last 2 days, which makes me happy because I don't go outside, but you know, it makes you just want to stay in bed all day. I actually have the luxury of doing that, and I don't want to do it. And that's the weird thing. Everybody wants to just stay in bed who could, and here I am, where I can do that and not skip a beat, and I'm trying to just be, you know, normal. It's weird. So yeah, you know, like, you know, just like always, if you have any questions or anything, just, you know, reach out to me. I'll probably do a couple more videos to let you know how it's going. I think maybe the next one I'll get into what it actually feels like, because it's a really unique feeling. And if there's any questions, I'll throw that in as well. But like I said, we're playing the waiting game right now, so I'll just, you know, pop in and out here and let you know how it's going until I get some really concrete answers. So hope everybody's staying safe. I will talk to you the next time. Hi folks, I just wanted to give you a quick update on what's going on. So I'm still doing radiation in my spine, and it's working really well, so that's good news. I'm starting to get some mobility back. I actually walked today for the first time, and I didn't go very far. I just had my wife Becky hold my arm, and so I could steady myself, and I walked under my own power. So that was like a big accomplishment for me today. So the radiation therapy is working. I'm gaining some things back, and hopefully that continues to do well, and I'm going to continue with the radiation in the lower part of my spine. And if we get some good results, it's going to be awesome. Well, I shouldn't say if we get some good results, because we are getting good results, but if the good results continue, I'm hoping to be back to as close to normal as I can get. So that's very reassuring. It was a huge thing for, my mental health, I guess you could say, is just actually seeing some gains and getting some progress rolling. So it's a big, recharger kind of. So I'm pretty happy about that. And other than that, I'm just holding the line, just maintaining what I can maintain and gaining back what I can get back. So that's pretty much where I'm at. I was going to start that really bad chemo drug, but I spoke with my oncologist today, and he wants me to hold off on that until after the radiation, because that would be a lot. And so if everything's not progressing, really fast, then we have some time to try to just hunker down and get through this first and then go chasing something else. So that's basically what he said to do. So I'm going to follow that. But hopefully here with the physical therapy and everything, and I keep getting, some gains with the radiation on my spinal cord. Hopefully I'll be walking around here. It's bugging the heck out of me because it's archery season and I should be in the woods right now, and I typically would be, but it's something I'm gonna have to eat this year and just get my body back in the shape to do it next year and live to fight another day, I guess. So that's pretty much all that's going on. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. Just wanted to give you guys an update. I'm gonna continue to work hard. And hopefully I'll be chasing my little one around here before no time, if all goes well. That's kind of the end goal. So hope everybody's staying safe and, have a little bit of fun. I would recommend it. So thanks a lot, folks. I'll talk to you all later. Well, hey, folks. I just wanted to hit you guys up with a quick video. Today was a very special day for me for two reasons. One, this is my 10-year anniversary from when I was diagnosed with cancer. So I was diagnosed October 26, 2010. It is now October 26, 2020, and I'm still here. So that's a win. That's a good win. What did I do special today? I did something really cool. It's something really cool, actually. It's hard to say. It's probably getting choked up a little bit, but I went to go to radiation today, and I walked in to radiation, and I walked my goofy ass back out. I had to use the walker, but I walked. They didn't come get me in a wheelchair. They didn't do nothing. I freaking walked. And that was a really good feeling. In fact, it surprised the doctor so much that I got out of there a little late because he wanted to see it for himself. He didn't think I would do it. So I did. That's what I did today. Something that they said I probably couldn't do again, and they didn't know, and they weren't sure. Hell, I even believed it a little bit. I was a little scared, but I walked. I immediately regret that decision. I am so sore, and yeah, I overdid it, but I'm gonna walk again tomorrow. Now I know I could do it. It was hard. But maybe each day it'll get a little easier, and I did it. But that's what I did on my anniversary and my cancer. I did something that I didn't, like I said, they told me, but it doesn't matter what they tell me. I did something that I wasn't sure that I'd ever get the chance to do again, and it was walking. It's that simple. But it meant so much. It was just, looking back on this cancer fight, it's hard to it's hard to not get caught up on what it has taken from me. It is. I mean, it changed everything about me. It changed my life, it changed my attitude, it changed the way I look. You know, it changed how I feel, my career. I mean, it took so much. And then, you know, like I wasn't going to be able to walk again. That was a big hit. But it's so easy to just focus on that. Even for me, it's so easy to try to be angry and be miserable and lash out and treat people like shit. But it's empowering because I don't do that. And it's kind of cool that I've been blessed with the opportunity to show everyone that, you know, cancer isn't scary. You know, it might be a little bit, but, you know, I had an opportunity to show folks that with a lot of luck, a lot of thoughts, a lot of prayers, a lot of positive, you know, attitude or vibes and an attitude and a lot of hard work, that even, you know, something that seems so horrible, so scary, so terrible, just an immovable object that's in your life, that you can hit it head on. And yeah, so it's a little bit of a emotional day, I guess. So this is cool. You know, it's really, I had a good opportunity, you know. So I walked walked my happy ass in there. And like I said, I'm hurting today. My muscles hurt, my body hurts. Yeah, I probably overdid it times 50, but you know, it meant more than what it was. You know, it's just you know, just one way I could throw a jab back at cancer, and I did it. And I'm going to do it again tomorrow, and I'm going to walk. I'm going to walk again if this keeps continuing. I'll figure out a way. But it was, as you can tell, it was a pretty emotional day. Just by walking. It's just that simple. But, you know, it's a simple act, but it was a kick right into the heart of cancer, and that's what I like. You know, that is my enemy, and I just showed it. I said, yeah, you could put me down hard, but whoa, you better kill me the first time, or else I'm coming back at you. And that's what it was. And I just hope everybody takes from that something, because I mean, it meant a lot to me. I just hope everybody's like, holy shit, you know, use that and apply it some way in your life, whatever it is. Like, I know everybody thinks I got a lot on my plate and a big problem, which I do. You know, cancer is not a fun thing. But it doesn't make any of anybody else's problems any smaller or less. A problem's a problem, a mountain's a mountain. But if you can take the same thing that I do and apply it to your life, then I don't know what's stopping you. You could probably do anything. So that's my inspirational part of the speech, I guess, for today. But it was a cool day, like I said. What a milestone. It's freaking awesome. It felt good, except for right now it feels horrible. I immediately regret it. But I kind of don't. So it's kind of cool. So I think, you know, just I did do something special, but I don't have anything special planned for today. You know, I just kind of take a day. I normally try to reflect on, you know, how this, you know, fight's been, and, you know, what it means in small ways. So that's what I'll continue to do for the remainder of this day, and wake up tomorrow and hit it again. But everything's going well. As you can tell, I'm doing really good. I hope it continues. We'll see where this goes. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome to show you folks and my daughter, you know, hey, just because somebody says something can't be done, or sometimes even if you believe it, You just got to keep plugging away. I'm gonna do that. So that's all I got. I hope everybody had a wonderful day today. That's what a day. It was pretty cool. So yeah, sorry about that. I was getting a call. So I'll talk to you guys when I get another update, or if I reach another milestone, I'll let everybody know. Thanks for tuning in, folks. Have a wonderful day. God bless you.